Hey there, my name is Voshi. I want to welcome all of you to the Mac 625's 20th anniversary extravaganza. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Mac 625 or only know him through his 8-year-old YouTube account, let me explain. Mac has been drawing cartoons in general since October 15th, 1998, at the age of 6. I, Voshi, have the honor of being his very first character created for the first story, Mario Camping. Take a look at the following image. Cool, huh? This is one of the first drawings Mac made. My design was based on this early Yoshi doodle, with stylizations closer to how I look now. Throughout this cartoon, you will see some of Mac's early artwork. There are a bunch more classic images, so look forward to seeing them all. Oh yeah. There's one important thing Mac told me to say. This video will solely focus on the Mac 625's personal experiences doing his cartoons. His family will only be mentioned in passing. While Mac has had minor disagreements and spats with his parents and siblings, who hasn't, honestly? He will not divulge any personal info on them. He thinks it's proper to just focus on the positive qualities of his family. A smart move, I must say. Basically, think of this video as Mac 101. You'll learn what makes him tick as an individual. Enjoy the rest of this extravaganza. Hiya guys, I'm Midnight, one of the Mighty Mario boys. I was created with my brothers Morning and Noon in 1999. Want to see what I originally looked like? Yep, that was me from way back. We are based on the 1998 Powerpuff Girls. We also had mustaches like Mario, but Mac changed that to make us look younger. Characters that were created by the Mac 625 are known as made-up characters. They're basically the Mac's answer to what other people call an OC. For those who don't know, an OC is a character a fan creates that's often based on pre-existing characters in fictional media, like cartoons or video games. The funny thing is, the Mac didn't hear of the term OC until late 2017, but he used the term made-up characters since 2001. He's seen some creative OCs in the game Sonic Forces and on the Mario Amino app. Thanks for hearing me speak. Enjoy the rest of this cartoon. Howdy howdy. I am Red Luigi, a member of the Luigi Super Trio. I was made up alongside my pal Blue Luigi in the year 2000. We are both good friends of Luigi's. Take a gander at this. This is an early Mac sketch of Luigi. I was based on this with a very different color than I have now. Luigi Super Trio is based on Ed, and Eddie, Mac's favorite show. Throughout Mac's life of doing cartoons, some characters went through changes. Earlier, I said that I had a different color. I had a dark green hat and shirt, similar to a color change in Mario Golf. My personality was also more sassy, and I had an identical voice to Luigi. I took on my current appearance in 2005 and got my own voice in 2016. We were also called Luigi's Shopping Party, but Mac thought that sounded lame. So yeah, the Mac 625 sometimes has to make needed changes for his cartoons. By the way, this will be one of Mac's longest projects, if you can't already tell by the video length. So get cozy, grab some snacks, and enjoy more commentary from made-up characters. Hello there, viewers. My name is Underground Toad. Are you surprised by how deep my voice is? The Mac gave me this voice to catch people off guard. You may notice more characters with surprising voices. I was originally created as a rival to Yoshi, similar to the relationship between Mr. Krabs and Plankton from SpongeBob. You'll see more of this in an upcoming episode. I was created around late 2001, early 2002, the same time that Mac was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. If you don't know what that is, it's a form of autism, a disorder known for impairing social communication and interaction. Those with Asperger's are characterized by having above-average intelligence and specialized fields of interest. With that in mind, it's easy to see why Mac has hippocampus filled with Super Mario facts. If you're just getting familiar with Mac as a person, he does not want you to worry about or feel sorry for him. He's one of the most polite, friendliest dudes around. Just be patient when dealing with his oddities.
I am the Mac 625's first female and third made-up character. I live with two older brothers named Toadiskin and Toadiskin. They are busy right now, so they won't be here in person. Please look at this old school pic. This is me as I appeared in Mac's 1998 art book. I would make my first story appearance in 1999 with the Mighty Mario Boys. I looked so cute back then. Want to know something cool about the Mac? He is not a fickle, fair-weather fan. Chances are, if Mac likes something, he'll enjoy it forever. This is most obvious with his love of the Super Mario series. In addition, Mac is also a fan of the Kirby, Pokemon, and Sonic series, as implied in some of his more recent video projects. Furthermore, he likes several cartoons. These include SpongeBob SquarePants, Very Odd Parents, The Roundhouse, Teen Titans Go, and Hashtag Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Hashtag Pawn Stars, Pink, and Minority Pickers. The point is, Mac likes staying loyal to his favorite things. He tries not to be fickle. Personally, I find his loyalty to be an attractive character trait. Have fun watching the rest of this video.
Hello, I'm a Nadio. I am a big here that looks a lot like a Mario and lives on the big island. I have enough physical strength to rival P.T. Piranha and Ganondorf. I can also use a dark punch like a Ganon and have as much smarts as a PT. Something that Mac tries to do is not take himself too seriously. When he was younger, Mac would often take criticism too personally. Even after moving to Moreno Valley, he sometimes gets a little emotionally upset. A lifetime goal for the Mac is to not get too easily upset. The world has too many bad things. Being easily mad or sensitive will not make Mac's life happy. Nadio says bye-bye. Hello there, Blukes. My name is Mr. David Content. I am a 62-year-old British inventor that is satisfied with what I have. What's up? My name's Jokester. I'm a joke in the box, a living toy that tells bad jokes. There are many of us joke in the box characters. Each of us were built by Mr. Content and come complete with our own personalities and quirks. By the way, how do you like the sound of my voice? It's inspired from one of those alien bandits from the show Jimmy Neutron. For you older chops in the audience, the voice also references Danny from the Grease film. Anyhow, I am the first made-up character to not be based on a Mario character. I was created in the year 2000, but didn't become a major character until 2007, the same year that Jokester debuted. While the majority of Mac's characters are based on the Mario series, he does enjoy cobbling up more original faces, gwahaha. Of course, some might berate Mac for mostly using inspiration from Mario for his characters. He tries not to let those get to his head. Let Mac have fun with his stuff. Welp, I believe that will do for our scene. Cheerio. Hi there. My name is Andy Gator. I am a fun-loving gator who lives in a swamp with my brother, mom, and dad. Greetings. I go by the name Ape. I am just one of 3 youthful primates who lives in Jungletown. The others include my friends with the super creative names of Monkey and Gorilla. I was created in mid-2001 with my peers. For this scene, Mac would like all of you guys to know that he is a Jehovah's Witness. Surely you've heard of them. They are well known for teaching Bible truths from door to door. He has been associated with the truth since 1998, but was not baptized until 2006. If any of you guys in Moreno Valley are watching this as a witness, let me tell you some stuff about Mac's quirks. While Mac considers being a witness the best way of life, he's not just a boring goody-goody type. He tries to show a balance of coolness while appreciating Bible principles in his daily life. You may have also ascertained that he is not the most outgoing individual. Despite that, he does enjoy going to the weekly meetings and fulfilling his assignments. The Mac thanks Jehovah for allowing him to live a clean lifestyle and be a kind individual. Well, I think that's all the general stuff you need to know about Mac being a Jehovah's Witness. Stick around to the end of this cartoon to catch a message from my dad.
Hello, humans. My name is Fatsy Ratsy. I am the Queen of the Ratsy HQ. A group of almost entirely female rodents called the Ratsies. I was made up in 2007. I'm also one of 3 female characters that doesn't require Mac to use his voice changer app to create my voice. Let me enlighten you ladies on how Mac feels about finding a girlfriend. In his opinion, Mac doesn't feel he's quite ready to settle down with a lady friend. He wants to make sure that his personality is mature and consistent before looking for a potential other. If you ask me, I think Mac is very mature and has charm to woo a girl his age. But I respect his choice to stay single. Back in grade school, the Mac 625 was quite popular with the ladies. It was common for girls to walk up to the Mac and say hi to him before or after class. To this day, he doesn't understand why girls like saying hi to him. But it did make Mac feel all fuzzy inside. If he ever does find a girlfriend, Mac would want her to be a Jehovah's Witness like him. Of course, if other girls find Mac attractive, he'd be flattered. But having a witness girlfriend would be the best way to live. And that will do it for my scene. Ahoy, landlubbers. I go by the name Redbeard. You may notice that I look a lot like Red Luigi. He is me distant descendant. I was created in the year 2007 for the story Pirate Luigi. Me creation came about after Mac invented a pirate voice after dining in a seafood restaurant with his brother. I typically sail the seas, guarding me treasure from the devious arch-rival Pink the Pirate. One can say that the Mac 625 has a bit of a soft spot for pirates and cartoons. Let me spin a yarn on why Mac likes the Mario series so much. The number one reason is consistency. Mac's that kind of lad who appreciated when everything stay constant in his life. Yar, this might come off as meaning as the Mac doesn't like any kind of mix-up or change to the formula. That's not necessarily true. He likes the occasional shake-up with adventures such as Paper Mario 2 or Super Mario Odyssey. He's simply not one who gets easily bored of games like New Super Mario Bros. Or Super Mario 3D World. The second reason is that Mario games are family-friendly. While many other non-Nintendo game series often have gore and violence, Mario has always maintained a light-hearted atmosphere. Of course, Mario and their pals have their share of more action-based games, like the Strikers games in Super Smash Bros. Why, they've even had their share of pirate adventures in some Mario Party games. That makes the Sea Dog jolly. That be enough of me time here. I'll be seeing ye landlubbers later, I'm sure.
Hi there. My name is C. Koopa. The year I was made up was 1999. Since then, I have gone on to make occasional appearances in Max cartoons. Here I'm going to let you guys know how the Max 625 feels about Nintendo as a whole. For the most part, the Mac views the Big N in a positive light. They are his favorite company. This, however, is not to say that he thinks Nintendo is perfect. For his life of being a Nintendo fanboy, Mac has seen the company make some questionable decisions. For example, he didn't think it was a good idea to release 2 new Super Mario Bros. Games within 3 months of each other, despite loving that series. He also disagrees with Shigeru Miyamoto's statement about the Koopalings not being Bowser's kids. Furthermore, he doesn't like how newer games have drip-fed monthly DLC, like Mario Tennis Aces. With that being said, Mac finds more good things that Nintendo does. Their flagship franchise has stayed consistently lighthearted since its debut in 1981. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is bringing everyone from the previous Smash Bros. Games, with fan services such as King K. Rool. The era of the Nintendo Switch is bringing fan-favorite characters such as Marx and Pauline back into the spotlight. Here's to Mac hoping that they bring back Koopa Kid one of these days. The Wii was the best generation of Nintendo gaming, in Mac's opinion. The point is, there's way too much things the Mac likes about the Big N to develop a critical viewpoint of them. He believes there are enough nitpicky critical fans of Nintendo. He doesn't need to be one of them. The Mac likes to think of Nintendo as a loving mom and dad. Sometimes they do things that can get on his nerves, but for the most part, they are great providers. Thank you for sticking around.
Hey there, my name is Fatso Yoshi. The name is self-explanatory. I'm a Yoshi who eats just a bit more yummy food than usual. My design was inspired from the village leader in Paper Mario 64, Mac's favorite RPG game. My debut was in 2006 in a mini-story named after me. You may notice that my voice sounds identical to Underground Toad's. That sounds lazy, but when you have as much characters as the Mac 625, sometimes shortcuts have to be made. Anyways, this penultimate part of the video will talk about how he feels about social media. As the owner of an admittedly small YouTube channel, Mac enjoys the site quite a bit. Over the years, he's been entertained by brilliant content creators such as Chugga Conroy, Masaya Noah, Game Explain, Jaywitz, BD Cool213, Sully Pawns, Black Nerd, and much more. He even sticks around with the BitBlock in spite of his infamous, overtly brutal honesty of Nintendo. If any of you are watching this video, which you probably aren't because you're busy, the Mac 625 would like to thank you all for tolerating his abnormal love for the Mario series and Nintendo in general. While Mac takes pride in defending certain games, he realizes it's unwise to get pedantic about it. He doesn't want to come off as too much of a fanboy, but is working on some kinks. By extension, Mac also wants to thank his fanbase. He truly appreciates you sticking around with his weird personality. Now, while the Mac 625 has both YouTube and Twitter accounts, he does not care for Facebook or Instagram. For Facebook, he can't think of much stuff to post, while for Instagram, he doesn't take many pictures. That being said, take a look at this. This is a self-portrait Mac took. Yes, he is black. I'd say he cleans up pretty good, despite being a bit on the portly side like yours truly. Mac's that kind of dude who is comfortable in his own skin, but this is only his second selfie-type pic. That said, he thinks he probably should have asked one of his siblings to take this photo. Before I go, I'd like to tell you guys about Amino. Amino is an app that allows one to connect with just about anything they're into. Mac has 2 different accounts for Mario and Super Smash Bros. Pardon my buttering up of the Mac, but you should check out some of his posts. They are quite enjoyable to read. That said, if you're under the age of 10, you might want to get the okay from your parents. Incidentally, Mac's not being sponsored by Amino. He just wanted to give a shout out because he loves the app. That's it for me. Goodbye. Hello. My name is Randy Gator. I am Andy Gator's father, debuting in 2012 alongside him. This is the end of the Mac 625's 20-year extravaganza. I trust you all learned something new about what makes Mac tick as an individual. While this video does highlight many of his positive traits, there are quite a few flaws to him. For example, he doesn't smile very often, tends to mumble his speech, and is a bit of a picky eater. He also is disorganized, and there's likely some more issues that those close to him Mac can identify. Now, while I am a stern, no-nonsense individual, I believe that the Mac's imperfections don't do him justice. His positive attributes include politeness, being punctual, having a good work ethic, not talking too much, a fairly high intellect, and loyalty. The one thing I think you should take away about the Mac 625 is to try and appreciate his uniqueness. With the exception of most background music, everything that is done in Mac's videos is by himself. One can allege that the aesthetic is simple, but brainstorming backdrops and character dialogue requires patience. He has also created 300, yes, 300 different made-up characters thus far. Between all of that, balancing his life as a Jehovah's Witness, and trying to be a good-natured man, Mac does quite a bit. Obviously, he's not the hardest working man in the world. Let me make it clear that I'm not one who hands out compliments like candy. He may not make Let's Plays, explain games, know characters' moves, talk about how games or Rose Gold royalty triggers others, or make-believe ideas often better than what the official company comes up with. But, pardon my cheesiness, Mac stays true to himself. Although he's mildly autistic, Mac is certainly not crazy. His abnormalities can come off as kooky, but he can get along with most anyone. Just try to appreciate Michael Mack for who he is. He's not asking for much. And on that final note, I thank you for watching this long 20th anniversary extravaganza.
Happy 20th anniversary!